everybody, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my bookshelf, which is going to have some more books on it pretty soon. I succumbed. Okay. And I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I did join the Book of the Month Club. Let me go ahead and open up the box and show you what's inside, and then I'll talk about afterwards, briefly, my not so great experience joining this book club. But let's go ahead and open it up here. Right. There should be two. I picked out two books, and I think I get like a baseball cap or something, which personally I don't really care about. It would have been nice if it was a visor. I'm more of a visor person because hats get hot in Florida especially, but they're handy. I do like a good visor. But I don't know, maybe there's a way I can change the visor or the baseball cap into a visor. But all right, let me set that aside. So we have the baseball hat. You got this as a freebie when you join, and it was $5 to join, and there were two other hats. This is actually very nice. Yeah, I don't know, I'll see. Maybe my husband might like it. It's pretty heavy duty, so I do like it. It's just I'm not like I said, I don't wear baseball caps that much, but I do like to go ride my bike and wear a visor. Maybe that'll be handy. All right, so this is one of the books I got. This is for their October offerings. Never Over by Claire Gilmore. And it's a rom-com, I think, type of book. Oh, it's interesting. There's nothing on the back. That's unusual. Paige Lancaster is one contract away from earning a living doing her favorite thing in the world, writing songs. But when a music industry professional suggests she might be holding back with her lyrics, Paige doubts it is her music, if her music is really ready to be heard. After 4 years of no contract, Paige reaches out to her ex, Liam Bishop, to ask him for a small favor. Date her and then break her heart, all so she can remember what it was like to make song-worthy emotions feel like. All right, so it sounds cute. I thought it was interesting. I think the setting is, I want to say it's in Nashville. And yeah, it sounds interesting. It looks like a good read. Oh, that's big print. That's nice for my old eyeballs. Okay. So I picked that out from the October lineup. And then I also paid extra for this. Eileen O'Clover, The Heartbreak Hotel. And actually, this book is why I originally joined. All right, and in the box was also a bookmarker that says Book of the Month and Fiction Forward. Welcome to the club. Okay, so it just talks. This is just like a flyer. I'll look at that later. It doesn't look that intense. Looks like something that's probably going to be recycled, or I don't know, maybe I'll put it in my book journal. Okay. So here's the scoop if you're interested. If you just are curious about what was in the box, you can stop watching at this point. But let me tell you my not great situation with Book of the Month Club. All right. So I saw Book of the Month Club posting on Facebook, Instagram. Those are my main social media hubs. And they kept, saying you could get the baseball cap and, here are our books. And they showed this book and they showed a couple other books that actually looked interesting. And I waited and I was like, trying to talk myself out of it and everything. I actually almost bought this on Amazon. This looked really interesting I should have told you. Again, there's nothing on the back. How odd. But this is supposed to be about a woman who buys a fancy house, then gets dumped by her boyfriend, or maybe she's married to him or something like that, and then she turns the house into a bed and breakfast, and she meets a cute guy who owns the house and lets her turn it into a bed and breakfast. And I think it's set in Colorado. Yeah, the mountains of Colorado. So that setting appealed to me. The premise appealed to me. This looked like something I would want to read. And I almost, like I said, was going to go ahead and just buy it on Amazon. And it was something like $18 over there. But then I saw that had for $5 you join, the Book of the Month Club, and this is one of your picks. So I was like, okay, well, obviously that's probably a better deal. Maybe I'll go ahead and join them, get this book as my starter book, and then, go on to, if I want to keep joining or keep doing it, I'll keep doing it. So by this time, I want to say it's around September. This was, like I said, this was for September. This was for October 2025. So this was around late in September. I want to say it was around the 20th or something when I finally joined. So I joined, I read all the stuff. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Here's my money, all this kind of stuff. And then it brings me over to pick my book, and I don't see this book. And then there's something that says, you could pick out your October book starting October 6th. Okay, and it's like September 20th something. I'm like, well, I don't want the October. I want the September book. And so I message them, for help. And I'm told, oh, well, it's too late to get the September releases as part of your September subscription. So, and I've already joined. They've already got my money. Okay. And they did. I mean, if I pitched a fit, I probably could have gotten out of it. Okay. But I'm not that type of person. So I thought, okay, I'll wait till October 6th. Hopefully there's something I like, and I'll get my October book for the $5, I guess. And I'll get this book too. So that's what I ended up doing. And then I was thinking, in fact, I thought, I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to quit. Well, I can't quit because I agreed to do one more extra month. So just as a warning, if you do join Book of the Month Club, be careful of what time of the month you join. If you join too late in the month, you will not be allowed to get the books for that month, and you will have agreed to not only be part of that month where you don't get to buy any of the books that they offer, but you're stuck 2 more months. And I did this by month, by the way. I did not do you can join for like 3 months or 6 months or whatever. I joined the month by month because I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep doing it. Definitely just because I'm ticked off, I'm probably not going to do it again. So I got these 2 books. I guess November I'll pick a book, and then I'm going to quit. I thought it was very misleading, their ads that made it look like for $5 I was going to go over there and get this book. It didn't say anything when I was signing up that the October offerings were no longer available as part of joining the club. And so I feel like that was very misleading and on purpose. I mean, why are you pushing out ads on Facebook telling me I could get this book, and then I go for $5 by joining, and then I go over there and I can't get the book? So that's a big old fat lie. That's what I call that, liar, pants on the fire. So again, if I wanted to pitch a fit, I did go back and forth with their online help, and it did seem like a real person, not a bot. So I could have, quit, but I feel like I could have pushed it and just quit, but I didn't. And so that's the deal. But I do look forward to reading these. They're going to be added to my list. I have a couple other books ahead of them, though. I don't know. I might squeeze this in. I've been really wanting to read this, so I might might go squeeze in ahead of some of my to read books, to-be-r books. But anyway, that's the deal. Let me know your comments down below. Have you ever had a situation like that where you joined a book club and it, got all kerfuddled like this? As usual, please give this a thumbs up. If you haven't joined my little subscriber list, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. It would make things a lot easier for me over here. And have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping to see what's back on my bookshelf. Bye-bye.